Union and the P.S.A are seeking an 11.4% increase across the board, while SARS has offered 7%. Now let's cross live to our reporter, Mariska Botha, who is with some of the strikers. Mariska, what's happening now?
We are in the CBD of Cape Town at one of the head offices of SARS in the Western Cape, and this morning a large number of people from Nehawu in their red and white t-shirts pitched up here, and they've been in a very orderly and peaceful fashion walking between the two entrances of the SARS offices here. But we did manage to get an interview with the Deputy General Secretary of Nehawu nationally, December Mavuso, and he's here to talk to us about the latest information that is available. Mr. Mavuso, thank you very much for speaking to us. Is there any update for us? Is there any new information?
Well, as things stand, there's no new information. We are where we were a day before yesterday. What we can tell you is that workers in SARS are all out, as we indicated yesterday, that unless the employer comes to the table with a revised offer to meet our demands, we're going on strike. We are left with no choice. So we're hoping the strike is not going to take too long. We're hoping the employer will come to their senses and come as quick as possible so that we resolve this impasse.
And you said that the CCMA presented you with an offer that you were willing to look at as Nehawu. What was that offer, and is it still valid for you at this point?
Well, to our surprise, yes, because when you go to a third party and there's a mediation, there's a proposal in terms of bringing you together, closer to one another, and the other party doesn't want to entertain that, it becomes a problem. But we had said to SARS, come closer to the CCMA's settlement proposal. Let's see if we can settle the strike. They did try. Part of the problem, they were shifting the goalpost. At one point, we agreed that in principle we'll have a single-term agreement in whatever percentage we settle on. Later on, they changed and they introduced a multi-term clause in terms of the discussion we had. And from the word go, 5 months ago, we said we will not sign any multi-term agreement because we can't tell under the economic conditions that we're in today what the future holds. We want to come back as quick as possible to see what we can do for workers going forward, because the previous years workers have been shortchanged.
And as far as you understand, across the country, Nehawu members are out in their numbers. How much people are we talking about, and what kind of services is it impacting on besides the SARS offices?
Let me say it is the entirety of SARS. Whether it's tax collection, whether it's debt management, whether it's customs in the border gates and so on, it is all SARS. I can tell you that in the Libombo border gate, there's nothing that is moving there. You go to Beitbridge, you can go to Maseru, you can go to Oshuk. In all the centers of SARS, it is all the employees of SARS who are members of Nehawu, but also who are members of the P.S.A.
Aren't you concerned about Nehawu, about the knock-on effects these essential services that are now not being delivered could have on the country?
Well, like I said, we did not plan this. We were pushed by the employer. Workers lose rights that they do not defend, and the strike is one of the prescribed constitutional rights. So where we can't find each other, we have a right to strike. But the employer has an obligation, has a duty to make sure that it prevents a strike. And we thought SARS is not serious about this. But as I said, we're hoping they will come back quickly. This should not prolong. Yes.
And if they come to you with an offer today still, what offer would it be that you accept?
The 7% they've proposed was rejected by the workers in January. It has to be something above 7%, but it has to be delinked from the multi-term agreement. Then we will take it to our members for consideration.
Thank you very much, Mr. December Mavuso, the Deputy General Secretary of Nehawu, speaking to us, saying that Nehawu members and P.S.A members, in fact, are out in full force. He said at his last count that was a number of around 9,000 people on strike. You heard him saying the Limpopo border post is not operating. And he said, however, that if SARS comes to the table with an agreement that is not multi-term, a single-term agreement, which means a one-year agreement, and anything over 7%, they will be willing to negotiate. But as of now, the members here are definitely still out on strike.
Thanks, Mariska, for that report.